Growing up, I believed love had boundaries, family on one side, everyone else on the other. But emotions don't always respect those lines. What started as a simple, comforting bond gradually transformed into something I never imagined. Aisha was the daughter of my mom's best friend. For as long as I can remember, she was part of my life: birthday parties, summer road trips, family dinners. We were inseparable, and everyone treated us like siblings. She called my mom auntie, and my mom loved her like her own child. As kids, we joked around, stole snacks, and fought over what to watch on TV. It was easy and familiar. But as time passed, things began to shift. The playful girl I used to race bikes with had grown into a calm, thoughtful young woman. I first noticed something change during a casual conversation. She laughed at a silly joke I made, and that moment stuck with me. Her smile replayed in my mind like a favorite song. We were both changing, shaped by college and life. Aisha moved with quiet confidence, her voice gentler, her words more assured. Without realizing it, I started seeing her differently, not as a sister, but as someone who suddenly meant more. I'd catch myself watching her when she wasn't looking, feeling something stir every time she laughed. One evening, I saw her in the kitchen with my mom, laughing as they cooked together. That image hit me hard. She looked like she belonged as family, but as someone even more personal. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept flipping through childhood memories and the undeniable truth that something had changed in me. And yet, nothing outwardly had shifted. We still talked and laughed like we always had. But now there was a layer underneath. Every glance lingered longer. Every word seemed to carry weight. There was a moment on a walk home from a coffee run when our hands brushed. Neither of us pulled away. It was a tiny gesture, but it meant everything. It didn't feel wrong, it felt honest. And that scared me. I questioned myself. Was it wrong to feel this way about someone who had always been considered family? But the truth was, she'd never really felt like a sister. I didn't have answers, an ache that wouldn't go away. The subtle shifts kept building. Our conversations were still full of comfort, but now also tension, a quiet pull neither of us could ignore. I began noticing how she looked at me, two quick glances, softer tones, little signs that told me this wasn't one-sided. One day, while talking about the future, she asked, "Do you ever feel like people expect us to be something we're not?" I knew she wasn't just talking about life in general, she was talking about us. I nodded, because I felt it too. People still saw us as childhood friends. But we were no longer those kids. Being near her stirred something deep, more than attraction. It was a desire to know her completely, to be the person she turned to when the world felt too loud. But along with that came guilt rooted in expectations, not reality. Still, I couldn't deny what I felt. There was a moment when we were just sitting together in silence after a long day. I looked at her, and, for once, she didn't look away. Her eyes met mine steadily, as if waiting. I wanted to say everything, that I'd fallen for her slowly and completely. But I stayed quiet. So did she. And yet in that silence, I knew she felt it too. What changed everything wasn't a big moment, it was small and unplanned. We were laughing over something trivial when the space between us seemed to disappear. I reached for her hand, and she didn't just let it happen. She held mine firmly. That touch spoke louder than words. That night, we finally talked. Not just about us, but about everything: the fear, the confusion, the pressure of what people might think. She told me she'd buried her feelings for a long time, convincing herself we were just supposed to be family. But feelings don't listen to rules. She admitted she'd seen me in a new light too, and it scared her. I understood. I'd been doing the same, pretending, avoiding, hiding. But in that moment, honesty mattered more than fear. We weren't doing anything wrong, we were simply two people who had grown close, and love had quietly crept in. I told her, "It's not about what we've been called, it's about what we feel. And I feel you, Aisha." Her eyes sparkled, not with doubt, but with something certain and tender. She leaned her head on my shoulder, and that moment marked a new beginning. Not a rushed romance, but a quiet, honest step forward. We took it slow. We didn't need labels, just room to be ourselves without pretense. For the first time, everything felt free: our laughter, our conversations, the way we looked at each other. It wasn't just love, it was trust. Years of shared history had grown into something neither of us expected, but both of us needed. We chose to protect it, not from shame, but because it was still delicate. We didn't need to explain it to anyone, not yet. This was ours. With time, we let our families see how close we were, even if they didn't know the full truth. Eventually, we'd tell them, but when we did, it would be with confidence, not apology. One evening she said, "We didn't fall in love, we grew into it," and she was right. Ours wasn't sudden, it was steady and quiet. Built on years of seeing each other fully and choosing to stay. We had always loved each other, we just didn't recognize it as love until now. What made it special wasn't just the connection, it was how safe we felt with each other. No pressure, no need to impress. We didn't complete each other, we added to each other. That was enough. Someday, we'll tell the full story to everyone else. But for now, it's enough that we know. Love didn't arrive loudly, it came in, slowly, through shared memories and everyday moments. And that made it the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to us.